Not exactly what I wanted to show you, but you saw it already. Hey, hello and welcome to this episode of Kong Builders. You already seen some of the s- some of my spoiler for today's show. All right, welcome, 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 welcome. Where are we? You are right now on Kong, one of the Kong's media channels. You might be watching us on LinkedIn. You might be watching us on YouTube. You might be watching us even in Twitter and probably even in Twitch. My name is Viktor Gamov, and I am your host today for this episode of Kong Builders Special Edition, Hackathon Edition, Kong Summit Edition. Folks, it's literally 1 week away. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for Kong Summit. I just can't already. And this is exciting. So, whatever you're coming, just use this chat window and let me know if you see me, hear me, and you're excited for Kong Summit. So let's figure out if someone who joined us today actually coming to Kong Summit. I will be super excited to see everyone there. This is the last week of Kong Summit Virtual Hackathon, and we're already getting some pretty cool submissions. I get to see a few cool plugins yesterday. Still, there's still a time, so unfortunately, you cannot use the so for submissions that come after September 20, we cannot guarantee that you will have a Kong Summit ticket. So, but you still can submit your hackathon idea and hackathon work until September 27th. So there's still a time. Um, so and to give you some inspiration what can be done, one of the things that I was talking in my introduction video when I was announcing this, when I was announcing this thing, we were talking about contributions not only with the code, so you can contribute with documentation, contribute with some some cool ideas, maybe some cool ideas. And one of the ideas would be ideas around excuse me, around automation, what you can build as part of your CI/CD pipeline. So Kong is cloud native API gateway. You can run Kong virtually on any platform. There's different ways how you can install it and run it. Maybe you can try to run the Kong on some sort of like a serverless platform, and want to share some documentation like fly.io. Good idea. Today I want to talk about one of the topics that very, in my opinion, we don't talk about this much, and we're not getting many responses from community about this. So I want to talk about this again, automation around API space. And today we're going to talk about APIOps, which is essentially a wordplay around the concept of DevOps and how we can apply the practices of this automation, collaboration, versioning of your APIs, and treating these APIs as a product, as actual like a software project. And today I'm gonna at least start paving the way one of the automations, and I will show you some of the tools that you also can use. By the way, those tools are also all the tools that I will be mentioning today, all also open sourced, so you will be able to even contribute if you see something interesting. Again, still there's a whole week of doing things. All right, so we're gonna start with the premise of this APIOps jazz. A few months back, I did the workshop in one of the conferences and I talked a little bit about the APIOps and what is it, how you need to collaborate around your API specs, how you can work with others around your API things, and basically this picture shows this workflow, the things that you will be able to do through this process. This is kind of like ideal diagram, and this diagram can be also modified for your own needs. So, for example, some of the teams are trying to embrace this API first type of approach. So that's why they started with defining this spec, collaborating around the spec. And after that, when the spec is published, automation will take over and implement all the bits that are relevant to Kong, into implement this through these configurations. We're gonna start with Insomnia. I'll show you a few things that you can do in Insomnia with this APIOps spec. We're gonna play around. GitHub will be running our automation. We're gonna using different tools in order to run this automation. So let's get going. Unless we have any questions in the chat. As always, I have a very nice Kong cast. It's another show that we're doing, Kongcast Mag, that you can also win. We have this, if you go into kongichu.com/concast, there's a sign up for where you can sign up for updates and sign up for raffle for this Kongcast mug. So it's pretty cool. All right. Ooh, that's very strong coffee. So let's jump right in what we're going to be doing today. One of the things that I developed in this workshop is this application that actually followed the spec first type of approach. So I designed a open API spec for this application. We're gonna see this spec in action in a few seconds, and we're gonna be playing around from this specification. I'm gonna start with create a new project. We call it design document, and let's call it Kong and builders. Obviously, we want to use Gorilla here. Kong builders. APIOps. So when I creating this new design document, it will ask me if I want to create it from the sample or from import from the API. I want to import this from here. So we'll just do this and go to raw URL. So I can copy this import from URL, fetch and import. And now I have this Open API spec inside my Insomnia. There's a couple things that you might notice this here immediately. We're gonna keep this errors just as is for now, just to see how some of the tooling works fine. But one of the things that you might notice here, there's a automatically the Insomnia renders this, and if I want to try it out some of these APIs, so let me do this one. We'll be able to execute this, and it returns some of the responses. So this is the service that I have. This is the API that I have that exposes some of the sessions from the conference. I use this for the conference called DevNexus, but it can be easily modified. Just draw it from the database. Just need to update database, and it can be modified for any type of conference. And as you can see, multiple things can happen here. So based on this specification, I already will be able to do multiple things. One of the things that also we might notice here that Insomnia will be able to spot some errors. But it's not the point. It's not the point of this. It's nice UI. We can do debug and all this kind of stuff. But what I wanted to do is to introduce some of the tooling that we're going to be using. So we're going to be using the INSO, that is the tool that allows me to do some sort of validation, and it's command line tool. If I run something like INSO, first of all, run this with help, and if I want to do INSO lint spec, and it will ask me which spec I want to run. So Kong builder spec that I want to run this right now, and it runs this specification and shows some errors, which is pretty cool. Because we want to implement this as a part of our CI/CD pipeline. Every time when we modify this spec, we want to have someone to make some actions with regards of this situation. So we're gonna be first share the specification in Git, enable GitHub action to run INSO every time we do the push, and we'll see how we can progress during the session. So we're gonna first stop here. So I need to do is let's go some temp folder, Kong builders. As always, I start from scratch. Hub repo init creating repository, repo create repository from scratch, local repository, Kong builders APIOps, a description, a sample APIOps project demonstrated at Kong builders. Kong builders live stream. It's gonna be public, and we're gonna add this as remote and the origin. Yep, so we have this here as well. So what I will do inside my Insomnia, I want to set up git sync. So go into repository setting. So I already have my GitHub URL configured here, but also generic GitLab off and the generic Git also supported. So we're gonna be doing this here and see if this will work. Okay, so it doesn't understand this stuff, so that's why it should be something like HTTP GitHub Kong builders APIOps. Now my Git is set up here, so let's commit this first. We're gonna do everything here in the initial import of open API spec for open API spec. I'll just do commit and I just do push. Method not allowed. What? Let's see. Well, let's try this one more time. Method not allowed. All right, so let's see if we can fix that repository settings. GitHub. Okay, let's go here. Repositories. Kong builders API ops. Nothing is here, so the push is not. Let's do reset. Let's try this one more time. Let's see if this will work. Sync. Let's see if we will be able to do this, or maybe I need something else. So I adding everything a initial of spec. Master. Okay, maybe I need to create the something in this repository. Okay, so push went through. Let's see, refresh. Okay, so it went in, and what I will do. Okay, so that's interesting. So it uses branch master by default. Let's see if we can switch this to main or master. Which okay, so it uses master, and here we're using main. So git to let's see. I always forgetting the remotes, origin, master. Let's do checkout. Okay. Okay, so it's up to date. Let's see. We do have this insomnia folder with all our API spec. Now, so the next thing is to create a um, um, our GitHub action idea. So my favorite editor here, just bringing in here. So okay, so meanwhile there are no questions so far, which is a good thing because looks like everything's clear. But without your without your feedback, it's not clear for me that everything is clear for you. So don't forget, we're going in and doing something like directory.github/workflows. And we're gonna do stuff file APIOps YAML. We're gonna start with so what we want to do is to so a couple things. So let's write it down. We want to do checkout, install inso, and run inso, so validate. And this is where we're gonna have some fun around the APIOps template. So name a inso for linting. On, we're gonna do this on push. That's gonna be jobs. We're gonna do, let's call it inso lint. Run on and Ubuntu. Next thing is that steps. So first step is we had the clone and checkout. So we're gonna go this one. It's gonna be using a actions checkout at v2. So we can bring this repository. And next thing is to use setup inso. So usually this Ubuntu thing might not have this inso installed, so we need to bring this somehow. And good people at Kong got you covered. So there is a setup inso action. So what we need to do here is to get like just literally just copy paste uses with, and we're gonna run this action. Okay, uses. I hate YAML. Setup inso. With the inso, and the next, it's gonna be what? It's gonna be uses like this. That's gonna be next step. That's gonna be run the version of inso. Where you can find the version of inso, I think it's a npm.js we need to find this in here because it's npm package. Inso. It's this something different. It's not insomnia inso, so it has a npm. You can basically use this with npm install, but I highly recommend to use defined action from Kong. So that's what you want to use, but you can still install this using GitHub action. That's insomnia, and the version is 3.5.0. We're gonna do this 3.5.0, and we're gonna play this. And next thing is that we're gonna do name inso lint. So we're gonna do this run the inso lint spec. And okay, so let's see if inso lint spec help, how we can specify which version of specification identifier. I guess this one. Okay, cool. So we're gonna be doing, this is gonna be our command. Boom, boom, boom. I think we're good to go. So in this case, where's my git status? Okay. And I also don't want to push this guy here. It's just git add to ignore, and so git status. Beautiful. So we're gonna do git add edit action for inso, and we do git push origin master. Okay, so let's see if we will be able to do this. GitHub, where's my, that's our guy. Actions, and let's see if this command will be up and running. While I'm doing this, I also will be checking some of the comments, not many of them yet. So in this case, let's see what kind of problem we have here. Command is not found. Was it too early to run this? Okay, setup inso, Kong. Let's see. Let's see what this all is about. Inso version, wrapper true. Steps setup inso. Let's see if I did some mistakes here. Oops. Commenting run version. Command file, just do push origin master push. let's see. If setup is not working correctly, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Yeah, inso command is not found. Okay, so let's see if setup inso. Do I have a maybe typos or whatnot? No, it's correct. Let's see if we're doing something wrong here. Let's see, maybe Michael has something to check. The if we're not specifying the version, it's gonna be tag name. Maybe I'm let's explore. Let's explore what is the problem. Now to installing inso version for Linux. Okay. Tar. Okay. So there's something else. So we cannot install this. Why? Because um, it's not gzip format. Gzip spd gzip error recover. Okay, process tar failed. Maybe npm changed something. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what it does. So we can do npm ci build. Okay, it's the actual thing. But what the action? If we will be able to do this in XGS, if we will be able to do this ourselves. Boom, 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 boom. In case inso 2.4. Let's see what kind of version of which inso and inso version. Let's do 350. Okay, 350. So I hope I will be able to do this then. So I'll just do npm js. Something is broken. Maybe the npm changed something. We're looking for insomnia. So maybe that's your opportunity to look into this action and make it to work. Maybe it has opportunity to fix that. Let's probably do that. At least it will be a good use of the time. So let's see what was the problem. Wrapper. Let's see if the wrapper will help. Maybe wrapper will work. Wrapper true. We're gonna do stage add. Maybe it will help. Let's see if this will help with our thing, but I think not. It's something. Yeah, something is wrong with the installer. So let's take a look. So okay, so we get the install Linux install Linux in the directory. So let's see what this thing is doing. So we're getting the version somewhere, blah blah blah, getting platform. Let's see if the URL changed. So we're gonna go into here. Okay, so we're gonna go insomnia. We're gonna do releases. we're gonna see what kind of SMVer install, OS version, and compression. Okay, the lib 3.5. No. We need to have release version 3.5. 3.5. Yep, that's one. So URL for Linux would be this one. So let's see what kind of compression this is using. The compression is compression, get compression, process, platform. Where this coming from? So get compression. If it's a platform, Windows and Darwin, so it's gonna be using zip. If it's a Linux, tar. Yep, so that's correct. Install Linux tar. That's gonna be our URL. So we get this. Where's my output? Okay, warning. So no keyword. Otherwise, okay. Stdin is not a gzip format. Okay, so let's see what we have here. mkcd temp. So we know that is the gzip curl -o. Okay, install Linux. Now the next command, once we get this, let's see what this would be. We download this. Now we're gonna be extract tar. Let's see what the extract tar function does. Compression tar is it. Okay, so we'll go to extract method, blah blah blah. Install what it does, core advanced get compression. Where's the full version detected, console, additional options in. So I don't see what kind of where is it now? We're looking into, we downloaded this. Now how we can extract? Create a wrapper somewhere. TC let's see, maybe I can try different version, maybe 3.4. So if I will go into here, maybe the build is broken. I don't know. Like, let me try this. Usually it is a possibility. I don't know. Use 140 off install. 1 2 3 push. Let's see if maybe the archive is broken, and the tooling will not be able to do anything. No, it is not. So it is not something that not in gzip format. Not in gzip format. What I will do, let's see what we have here. says unsupported format. I'm trying to find which command we use to extract. If version that's interesting. There's some edge case. XZ, no gzip, so we need X rather than but a flag edit by GitHub Actions. Okay, let's see. Inside the sync callback function. Boom, 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 boom. It's something that's unhandled problems. Error recoverable exit now. Gzip is to the in, not in gzip format. What does it mean? tar xvf. Let's see if default version working. So I just wanna see. I just want to see if there's something changed recently on the Insomnia side of things in the way how the package. Let's see. Fall back to default version. I'm wondering if this will work actually, because it might say, yeah, you need to have version specified in your nope, it's something else. Something is not right in subversion. Yeah, needs to be specified. Let's see if we will be able to do something with, say, latest and greatest. Latest and greatest with version 2. What's the releases? Insomnia, Inso. Let's see if we can do this. We're not gonna be using this. Let's see if we're gonna be just install this with npm just as this. And boom, boom, boom. We're gonna do something run. Hopefully npm. So how we can do this multi-line thing in YAML. One more, right? And we will do inso version. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Stage. We're doing this saying kind of like a switching to npm install. I hope npm is installed, so I don't. Set up npm. Maybe I need to use. Yeah, looks like I need to use this checkout setup node, something like this. Yeah, I think this will help me check out. Npm version. And I have, what's the Node version? I use Node. Dash dash. 12. That's okay. Let's see. Switching to npm. Yeah, probably it says what every step must define users or run key. Yeah, because I did like this. YAML. Got it. Okay, so adds npm node setup step. It's actually a very good thing that I found this during the stream, so I have evidence for developers saying, "Hey, this stuff not precisely working as we expect." So um, hopefully we'll be able to fix that. Let's see. Let's see if my npm install um, if my npm install trick will do the thing. Blah blah blah. Bunch of warnings. That's fine. And we have a liftoff. We have a liftoff team. So the inso runs successfully. So 3.5. I installed this with npm. Now it's getting the errors. Finally. All right. So line 51, and now we're going into. Now we can get back to our the actual stuff. Or we can get back to our GitOps thingy. Um, there should be some at least some reactions in the group saying, "Hey, you did this." Yeah, struggle was real. Anyway, so let's fix that. Let's fix that. We're gonna say, um, and the mapping key must be string scalar rather than number. So we're gonna do this. Cool. So from these, we're gonna do commit saying a fix of linting errors. So do commit push. Okay, push rejected. Let's do pull, and after that we'll do the push. So the next action, I did the merge. Okay. Setup inso. I'm wondering if there's a way how I can cache this stuff or whatnot. All right. All right. And all green. That's fantastic news. So the first step is done. We were able to implement this like a git flow and things like that. So next thing is that I really want to show you today is yeah, we can do this debug and testing. So all this the APIOps things were Insomnia were able to read this design document and introspect some of the paths that I want to use and produce requests for this. For example, it automatically read my OpenAPI environment and connect it to the server, so I can just do run products, and it works. It works against the yeah, it works against this real application. If you go and hit the APIOps Kong builders, you will get the URL. I need to probably published Open API spec there. Anyway, so next thing is that what we want to do. Where is my the this guy? So I want to show you how I can move this like really quickly. So now I need to take this result of OpenAPI spec and turn it into something that we can feed into admin API of Kong. So for this, we're going to be using tool. Get back here. We're gonna bring this in, and if I will do something inso generate config, and we're gonna be doing stuff like this. Yeah, we're gonna have something like this. So in this case, it's generated a Kong configuration that I will be able to to sync to my Kong. So before I go into this like API ops, I want to show you something really quick. So in this particular case, the runtime part can be kind of like separated in two parts, and these two parts actually will separate actual Kong instance that will be handling your traffic and the thing that will be configuring these things. So for this, I prepared some props, and let's see if this will work. So I prepared some iPad drawings that will be switching in a second. Here we go. Now we do have some iPad drawings. So in this case, it's just the typical flow of the traffic. So user hits this Kong API gateway, and Kong will route everything to your microservice. This is your service, service one. It's gonna be service. Service 2, and so far and so on. And in order to configure this, we need to ship the configuration all the time. So in this case, this configuration would be either calling by admin API, the stuff that we saw on the previous picture, or it would be with like if we're gonna do DBLS mode, we're gonna be using this the config file that will be fed into Kong. So there's another option like exists to separate our concern. So let's do this one. So our Kong gateway is here, but configuration part is handled by so-called a control plane. So this thing only will be responsible for handling user traffic. So we're calling the some APIs. And control plane will be responsible for handling configuration. So there would be another person, or like say, it's going to be admin. So admin will be talking to control plane, and the control plane will have its own database with configurations and all these funny things that we want to have. And we will be interacting with the control plane. So many streams that I saw did in the past, I was few streams back, like years, maybe year ago. I used this thing called control plane for this for our Kong. It's called a Kong Connect. It's in cloud. I want to have everything in cloud personally because it's just simpler. It's easier for me. And my actual Kong. Okay. I'm not showing this to you. Okay. So that's the Kong Connect, and it will be responsible for configuring my Kong. And my actual Kong deployed somewhere in Kubernetes. So this is my version of Kong Enterprise that's running in Kubernetes. And actually, this thing is available if I will do something like HTTP API builders, say products. it is available, but there's no routes configured. So I can take this file. That I just created and need to feed this file into my control plane. So control plane will take this file and turn it to actual configuration and ship this configuration to my Kong data plane. So how this will work? There is a tool called a deck. Deck is the declarative configuration for Kong. Many of you maybe used this in the past. And the deck will be able to synchronize this configuration. So the way how it works right now in my local computer, and we're gonna be maybe next time because today I have a very strict deadlines and hard stops. We spent a little bit of time on trying to figure out this INSO stuff, but I promise we're gonna fix this with the with deck next time. Have a deck installed, and my deck is connected right now into my control plane. The way how it's done, deck right now is supported a personal access tokens, and I have a one access token that configured into something called deck YAML. That's my token. Please do not use this token. That's my token to my system. So when I do this deck ping, it can successfully connected to my control plane. Now, if I'll take this configuration that I just sent, I just do deck sync. So it found this APIOps system that was created from my OpenAPI spec, and push this into my configuration. If I will go to my runtime manager and find the service gateway services, that service was created right now through this deck command. And more importantly, that because it is connected to my runtime instance that's here inside the Kubernetes, this configuration was propagated to my actual Kong. As you can see right now, I hit my products endpoint, and this product endpoint was successfully configured. It was successfully configured with this the output to the service. Now, so once again, let me bring this picture back, so you will get the idea. So what happens here? So now instead of this admin fella, we're gonna be, oops, where's my eraser? Yeah. So essentially what we did, we use this deck tool to ship configurations from let's do this one. Let me this like this. Yep. To control plane, and after that, this control plane, first of all, it has a storage for this configuration, which is important because you don't need to maintain database yourself, and this database is already maintained by us. And this configuration will be shipped to any Kong. And the cool thing is that I can add as many data planes here. So I might have Kong data plane. What is with my pen? In this configuration will be shipped to this data plane as well. So so next time I will definitely talk about the automation and how we can push this configuration immediately into Kong. One last thing, I think I will be able to do this one last thing locally. Inside this OpenAPI spec, I actually can add something like something like this. So I will be able to include these extensions for OpenAPI spec that will include Kong configuration. So right now it's still valid configuration. The linting will pass, And if I will run the generate, so what it will do, yep, that's our spec. We generate this. Is it generated? No, I don't see it's actually generated anything. Let me delete this and do this one more time. I'm sure I'm doing this wrong here. Here. YAML is funny. Let's see. There should be here somewhere. Let's see if I will be able to do it here. Here. Let's see. I need to find the right location for this jazz. Anyway, I will. I need to investigate this. So yeah. So was my attempt. The automation is not easy. Automation is not easy. There's a question. We have a pipeline for Bitbucket. If it's a question, so Bitbucket has a Git integration. You can do this through the Git. If Bitbucket has similar GitHub action type of style configuring, you probably can do this. I need to investigate. This is a very good question, Everton. Or it is a very good the exploration point for you to do the hackathon. So here we go. That's a full cycle. So you can do it yourself. Anyways, so thank you so much for being the part of the Con Builders today. Not everything went smooth, as always. It's a Con Builders. We're doing this like a quick and dirty way. Please write down your comments here if you have any, and we'll see you next week. Probably not. It's gonna be a Kong Summit. I hope I will see many people at the Kong Summit. But week after, definitely tune in for more APIOps stuff, because I promise you that I'll fix that pipeline for you. Okay. My name is Viktor Gamov, and as always, have a nice day.